everyone, and we're back with our YSA panel today. On this panel, we're going to be talking all about stress, and I know as college students, you know, that's a common, it comes often. But there's definitely a way to, you know, combat this, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So this week's panel is just going to be, like I said, all about stress, and I think we'll just jump right in.
Yeah.
Have you guys experienced stress?
Yes.
Oh
yeah. I mean, yeah.
What examples do you guys have? Like, what type of
Stress. I mean, sometimes you just get really tired, and like sometimes it takes like a toll like on your body. Like you feel really like weak, and like I don't know, like your body starts to hurt. You know, you feel like everything is like, you know, on you, but really nothing is really pressed on you. But you feel really down, and I want to be in bed. That kind of feeling. That's how at least that's how I can tell that, you know, I'm actually stressed.
When I'm stressed, I usually feel sick. Same thing Ola says, like you usually feel compressed, like everything is just coming at you at once. And I feel like I'm just like, everything I do, I'm just walking. It's like everything's coming at you, but just like going through it, and you feel like everything's a blur in front of you. So.
Yeah, but when I'm stressed, mostly when pressure is put on me to do well in school, to know what to do in my future, to graduate in the right time, to be social, to socialize, you know, all those things. Like, can I do all of them at the same time? Can I be good at them at the same time? So it's just like really, it's really hard. You know?
So now, what are some ways that you guys actually deal with the stress? Because like you guys said that you have stress, and you know it happens because of college work and you know things like that. Actually, did we answer that? Like, what brings on the stress? I don't think you guys actually said what brings on your stress.
What brings on the stress?
Yeah, she said schoolwork. Now, what did you guys say? Everything.
I'm just kidding. It could be anything. Like it could be the smallest thing that it's like you think it's like really small, but it could just stress you out. Like, you know, put a lot of thoughts in your head. And I think for me, the most part would be having a lot to do at the same time. Like, you know, I'm only one person and I have so much to do at one time, and I like to do everything well. So it's like if I don't have enough time to do each thing well, then I'm like, ooh, Lord Jesus, help me. It depends on you, on like, you know, what is very important to you, and when you don't have time to do what you want to do.
Right, right.
For those who have insomnia or for those who don't, sleep is important. Like, your brain is literally a computer. You know, you have to take care of yourself. As much as people think mental issues are not a thing, it's real and it's serious. So please take care of yourself. Have enough sleep, at least like 6 to 10 hours. You know, there's never enough hours to sleep. Just take care of yourself.
Not having enough sleep can cause you stress, because the next day you're like,
So what are some ways that you guys deal with this stress? So we said that like not getting enough sleep causes stress, exams cause stress, you know, obligations. So how do you guys deal with it when it comes?
for me, first, sleep. Like, I need to rest. I think it's more of rest, and sleep is a form of rest. So I could be resting by just being in bed, watching my favorite shows, you know, and drinking some nice juice, or like anything I like to, you know, do on my bed. But
Juice. I'm just kidding.
But like, you know, like do what I like to do in my space, you know, not just outside. Like, oh, I'm chilling. No, I gotta be in my bed. I gotta, you know, be lit up, watching my show, watching my movies. You know, just forget about what you have to do for a second. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Self-care is very important.
Usually for me, same thing. I have to relax and sleep.
Yeah.
Right. If I don't sleep, I don't function.
No.
So, but usually I have to, like, if that's like not helping as much, I have to go to somebody, a friend, and tell them, okay, like I'm stressed about this thing. And like just have somebody like talking to me and telling me that words of encouragement help too.
Yeah, and I think everyone has to have a day where they call it treat yourself. Like treat yourself to like ice cream and just meditate. Like meditate in the seat when you're eating your ice cream. Like don't think about anything. Literally, they say like to meditate, you gotta think of white paper. Yeah, clear your mind. Like white paper could help you. Like, you know, that's something that's nothing. Like it's not anything like a material. So it's like, well, it is a material, but it's just not like it's plain. Right, it's plain. So just think of something that won't cause you stress. So what are some not good ways to deal with stress? Like what do you guys think?
I would also say stressing about the stress.
True.
Thinking about
Overthinking.
That puts more stress in you.
So just take it one step at a time. But like
process it.
Yeah.
It's okay
to it bad. Ignoring like, you know, the problem.
Ignoring the stress.
Ignoring the problem. Like it's not like you should think about the problem, but at the same time to not ignore the problem.
Yeah.
Just find a balance to it. You know, don't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so worried. Or not don't also be like, oh, I don't care. Kind of take care of yourself, you know.
Because that's absolutely true. Because a lot of people want to compartmentalize it, and like that means like just putting it to the side and not thinking about it. But it's gonna stay there forever because it's like it's something that has to get done. Yeah. So you can't like actually make it disappear. You have to actually do something about it. Figure out a way to handle it in the way that'll be less stress for you. Yeah. But like you can't just ignore the problem. So I just want to ask one last final question before we quickly get into like any stories that you guys have. But like what's this question?
Has being in college helped you with
maybe
stress?
you ask that question.
So the question is, has being in college helped you with stress? Like us, like the next question.
Okay.
No. I think it has, in the sense that it's kind of like made me stronger and better at managing stress. You know, it's kind of helped me coping with it. Like, you know, I'm not like freshman year. I remember I'm a junior right now, so from freshman year to now, I've seen a difference in how I tend to handle stress. Before, I would have been like, oh my god, but now I'm more like, you know what? It's okay. Yeah. I do some other things and I come back to it.
It made me realize what stress like really is. And people see little stuff and they're like stressing, but you have to realize that stress is. It's not just like. Okay, for me, stress is like something that's really, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I love the words. I realize what stress really means and what shouldn't be called stress or what shouldn't be identified as stress.
Identify what stress really is.
And stop stressing about things that don't really matter, that would not get you anywhere. So have a priority of your stress. I know how it sounds, but you should know your priority of what stress should be.
So has college helped you?
Like, no,
has college like helped you with that? Like, has helped you like
yes, it has, because it's made me know what I should be stressed about, what I shouldn't be stressed about.
I think has college helped me with stress? It hasn't added on stress. It literally adds on. Like,
I mean, it adds on, and I think more.
So, okay. So I guess that is fair. Like, I have learned to deal with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
because in life we're gonna be stressed out.
Right. So they kind of teach you in a messed up way how to prepare for life.
Yeah,
stress.
Life is messed up anyway.
But it definitely has taught me to pay attention to the deadlines that you have to like. You know, meet up and stuff. It has caused me to just understand.
And also, stress has taught me to be around people. People are important. If you're with yourself all the time, these will come at you. But people that surround you, people who really love you and admire you for who you are, can easily communicate with them.
Yeah,
it shows me how community is important, you know.
And college is a community, so find your community in this community.
Yeah.
Wow. No matter what.
Final question is, or not question, but do you guys have any like stories of like that when you dealt with stress or when you had a really stressful situation and you knew how to deal with it? I have, because I don't want to eat. Eat.
Don't told you. I stress eat. To be honest,
I don't want to turn from this to
working. But to be honest with y'all, I'm stressed all the time. So I don't know what story I can tell you. I might be stressed right now. You don't know. I'm not showing you, right? Because I got other things to do that I do tomorrow. But guess what? I ain't worried about that.
Don't even worry about
it. You know what I mean? So it's not like really stories, but like, you know, when I have like exams coming up, it's like 4 in a week. I'm just one person. How? What? Right? You know, like we have like 3 exams in a week, or like 4 exams, and they're like major exams, and I also have deadlines for assignments. I'm applying to different things. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, how am I gonna do this? At the end of the day, you know, we get it done. But yeah, that's my story.
I mean, I can't recall a time when I was. I guess a typical one is exams when like, you have to do all these exams and you also have to, we have choir practice every Saturday, you have to also go there, and it's like Sunday church time takes a while as well, you know, because we work on Sundays for the church. So it's like all of that combined like kind of adds time. You know, it takes up your time, but honestly you just have to come up with a schedule. What I do is I come up with a schedule and I just list things. What is Google Calendar? You have to develop these, like get these apps that can
whatever works for you.
Yeah, whatever works for you. It could be Google Calendar, it could be Siri Calendar, it could be physical calendar, you know, whatever calendar you have. Make sure you plan your day ahead of time so that you can stick to it. Don't just put because I do this. Sometimes I put on the schedule. You sound talking too much. She had the audacity. I put on the schedule. No, this is good though. This is good though. I put on the schedule. I put on the schedule what I have to do, and I end up like it comes on my phone, but I end up ignoring it. So it's like that's something that's so
it just your own advisor.
So that happens because I use the phone one, so that obviously doesn't work for me. So I switched to Google Calendar, and that's better.
Oh, yeah.
So just do what works for you.
Yeah, for those of you who are having stress about academics, especially like a specific class, be friends with your professors. You don't have to be best friends, but just let them know that you're participating. Like, just let them know that you have interest in their class, because when you're not participating enough or things are changing, they're aware. They notice. Just like me, when I was having a problem in my bio class, my professor noticed my grades. He was like, "Precious, what's wrong?" We had a conversation, and now I'm better because he gave me points. He gave me advice to get better, and that was because I built a strong foundation. So just let your professors or whoever is teaching you know that you're actually participating in this, in case you get caught up in a moment and it's like, whoa, and they come to you instead of you come to them.
One last thing, like I just thought about it like randomly, but like there are also different types and different kinds of stress. We have emotional stress, we have mental stress, we have academic stress. So like kind of like identify, because not everything can work for every type of stress. Like emotional stress, are you going to tell me that you want to just ignore it? I don't know, just like find what works. Like maybe you're hurting over somebody, like try to take care of yourself in a way that works for that.
Okay, so that was our, thank you guys so much for your contributions. That was our panel for today, and it was all about stress. How about you guys put in the comments if you guys have ever dealt with any type of stressful situation and how you handled it. But we thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video. And like it. Yes. Comment, all right? Bye, guys.